Coming up on Unpeeled, our hearts are stopping from the special Broadway announcement.
Fans were happier than ever at a festival this weekend.
And we cordially invite you to a screening of a royal series.
And this production company creates a new civil war. All that and more, Unpeeled starts right now.
Welcome into a spring edition of Unpeeled. I'm Lily Evans.
And I'm LaMalfa. Now for an update on The Piano Man.
Fans were disappointed and angered by the CBS Live broadcast of Billy Joel the 100 at Madison Square Garden. The network struggled with technical difficulties and scheduling difficulties, starting the stream 30 minutes late due to the Masters coverage.
Even worse, Joel's iconic song Piano Man was interrupted due to a commercial break. Despite these difficulties, 5.7 million viewers tuned into CBS. The channel has officially apologized for the program and is rebroadcasting the concert this Friday at 9 p.m. Staying in the music world, rapper Kendrick Lamar took aim at fellow artist Drake in a feature on Metro Boomin and Future's project titled We Don't Trust You. This comes after a history of lyrical jabs between the two. After a couple weeks of silence from Drake, a social media leak was released with his vocals that fired back at Lamar.
The song, titled Push-Ups, is speculated to be made by artificial intelligence. In the past, Drake has spoken against the use of AI to replicate his voice. However, he has made multiple references to the song on his Instagram without confirming its legitimacy. Now, Alexa, this is so interesting to me that this is happening right now because as far as I knew, the two of them have been friends for a lot of their respective careers.
I mean, they're both at the top of the game right now and two of the best rappers in this generation. So I wonder, why the drama now?
I can't help but wonder maybe it could potentially be some sort of PR stunt. I mean, neither of them have released music in quite a long time, so maybe this is just a way to get their name into the headlines more. I'm really not sure.
Regardless, any press is good press. But as far as the AI claims go, after the original dropped, there was a better version with, better beats, better mixing, different lyrics. So that has to mean that the song was always real in the first place.
Right. It does make sense, though, why someone would want to drop it in the midst of all this heat between them. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it is a real song.
Switching to socials, last week an ex-user asked Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson to apologize to author J.K. Rowling for their ongoing support of transgender rights. The author said that she will not forgive the actors for their stance.
Rowling responded to the user saying the actors have, quote, intent on eroding women's hard-won rights and that they can save their apologies. Radcliffe and Watson have not responded to Rowling's comment but have consistently expressed their support for the trans community. And on to the world of film, an AI trailer of Bond 26 surfaced YouTube earlier today, gaining over 2 million views. The trailer uses scenes from other movies to depict Margot Robbie alongside Henry Cavill's James Bond. Cavill auditioned for the role in 2006, but was ultimately considered too young.
He has since starred in Mission Impossible Fallout and Argyle, hinting at a possible Bond casting in the future. Although some may say he's a little too old now, KH Studio, the creator of the trailer, took to the platform to say, quote, its purpose is purely artistic, aiming to entertain and engage with the YouTube community. Lily, it's a little scary how many people believe this. With technology, anything is real. You can't really tell the difference.
A little scary. It's a lot scary. Like, I would be one of those people that's like, no, I'm not going to be fooled by it. Like, never. But then watch it and then be like, oh, wow. Well, but we know these actors' faces so well, so that's why this is just so crazy to me.
I mean, I heard rumors that Aaron Taylor Johnson is supposed to play Bond, so is this fan saying we want Henry Cavill?
Well, we watched the trailer before the show and looked at some of the comments, and the fans don't want Cavill. They need him. They need him to be James Bond, especially alongside his beautiful potential co-star Margot Robbie.
I would love to see Robbie in this, especially after Barbie, but the last Bond movie was released in 2021, so does Hollywood really need another one?
I personally would say no, but these movies have been being consistently made since 1962, so maybe it's just kind of the goal to keep the tradition alive, but I don't know. Maybe Hollywood is running out of ideas again. And now, star-crossed lovers on Broadway, Heartstopper star Kit Connor and West Side Story film actress Rachel Zegler will be making their Broadway debuts in Romeo and Juliet. This modern-day adaptation is coming directly to Broadway this fall, although dates have not yet been specified.
Jack Antonoff, known for his collaboration with Taylor Swift, will produce original music for the show. In a press release, the show said, quote, Shakespeare's timeless tragedy now belongs to a new generation on the edge, referencing the TikTok era. Guys, we're not
We're not ready. We're
if
not
this
ready.
is a musical or just a regular play, but if Jack Antonoff is producing the music, this has the potential to be my new favorite Broadway show.
Well, I actually saw The Notebook the musical on Broadway over spring break. I was crying. I had all the feels. So if this has any potential to be like that, which I think it does, it's going to be a must-see.
I want to see both of them. But there's been so many adaptations of Romeo and Juliet, with Anne Juliet being on Broadway right now, so I wonder how the two are different.
I mean, going back to what we've talked about before with those new Disney horror movies, I feel like creators are really trying to find a way to revamp those old stories and to make them more fitting for a Gen Z audience.
I absolutely love Zegler's voice, and she actually got discovered doing theater, so I'm really excited to see her on Broadway. And Connor played young Elton John in Rocketman, so if it's a musical, I know he could sing.
If all these big names are involved and have either a singing background or a music background, then the one big question is, why would it not be a musical? Like, it has to be. Come on.
I absolutely agree. And when we return, we're talking music, fashion, and more from the first weekend of the biggest music festival in the world.
And our Golden Bachelor is already filing for divorce. Well, stay tuned, Unpeelers. You don't want to miss it.
Week one of the biggest music festival is in the books with lots of exciting celebrity sightings and performances. Music reporter Riley Underwood and pop culture reporter Julia Bossis are here to tell us everything we need to know about Coachella 2024. Guys, thank you so much for being here. So first question, throughout the weekend, lots of celebrities have come to enjoy the festival. Who have been some of the biggest names that we spotted this weekend?
Yeah, so like you said, Alexa, tons of celebrities have come to the festival this past weekend, including a bunch of celebrity couples. The most talked about one has been Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. A lot of video has been circulating all over social media of the couple together, including them enjoying Ice Spice's set in the audience in the middle of the crowd. Another couple that has been generating a bunch of buzz has been Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan. This was one of their first public appearances since people started speculating about their relationship back in the end of 2023, and they were also seen with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce in the audience, so very exciting.
I was so excited. But now, Riley, this weekend was packed with many performances. Could you tell us a little bit more about who took the stage this weekend?
Sure. Well, the main event was JB. Justin Bieber, he had a special guest performance, came out with Thames, and this is really rare. You don't really see him in the public eye as much as he was in years past, so him especially to be performing at a concert is a really big deal. Another name, Lana Del Rey and Billie Eilish, they performed together. Really a fan favorite there, where Eilish performed some of her new unreleased music too, gave fans a sneak preview. And Tyler the Creator, he brought out all the stars. He brought out A$AP Rocky, Childish Gambino, a really high energy performance. But one of my favorite performances was the cameo from Charlie Wilson, where they came together and performed Earthquake together. really beautiful moment. And fans were saying this might be the best Tyler, the Creator performance ever. But one that fans kind of had mixed reviews over was Doja Cat, because she only performed her rap songs, not her pop songs that put her on the map. So fans came, they wanted to hear some of their favorite songs, but some of them they just didn't get to hear.
So now really quickly, guys, with only the Weeknd's 2 coming up, what are you guys looking to see? What are you excited for?
So today, Kid Cudi was announced to be another person on the set list for Weeknd 2, which is super exciting. There's also been some rumors that Taylor Swift could be a possible surprise guest. I wouldn't get my hopes up to all the Swifties out there because this is just speculation right now, but that is out there.
I'm looking forward to Lil Yachty. He performs on Sunday, and it's just a little bit of a sneak preview of what we're going to see next Friday when he comes to Syracuse, the block party, playing the Dome. I'm really excited to see that, and I'm going to the block party as well, so I'll be seeing him twice.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Well, almost as quickly as they got married, they have split. The Golden Bachelor's first couple announced this past week that they will be getting a divorce. Sigh. Our reality TV reporter Isabella Galan is here to break it all down.
Indeed, Lily. While breakups are more common than successful marriages for the Bachelor franchise, I, along with many others, thought that because the Golden Bachelor consisted of older contestants who were already settled down, that the marriages would be more secure. But I guess we were mistaken. Gary Turner and Teresa Nist officially said "I do" this past January after being America's first golden couple. Now, 3 months later, they have announced that they will be getting a divorce. In a Good Morning America exclusive interview, Gary said, quote, "Teresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations, and we've looked closely at our situation, our living situation, and we've come to the conclusion mutually that it's probably time for us to dissolve our marriage," end quote. While they both wanted a lot of the same things going into their relationship, the reason for their split is due to the fact that they could not find a compromise about where to live. Gary has his family in South Carolina, and Teresa is in New Jersey. If they wanted to continue to stay close to their families, they would have to live separately. However, not everyone is buying this story. Nick Viall, who was the Bachelor on season 21, thinks that the issue was not that they couldn't find a place to live together, but rather that they chose not to. Fans also believe that there is more to the divorce than the couple is leading on. However, contestants from their season of The Golden Bachelor have been coming to their defense. Susan Knowles and Catherine Swartz posted in an Instagram post defending the couple. Now, while it's unfortunate that this couple could not find their happy ending with each other, in the interview, Gary shares how even though they are choosing to dissolve their marriage, he still has so much love for her and will always be rooting for her. As for Teresa, she is proud of their relationship and how many people they were able to give hope to for finding love later in life. Lily?
Thank you so much, Bella. Well, when we come back, our Syracuse events and lifestyle reporters have exclusive footage of the Syracuse City Fashion Week. You won't want to miss it.
we've all heard about the fashion weeks in Paris, Milan, and New York City, but did you know Syracuse has a fashion week of its own? Here to give us a rundown about the runway is Syracuse events reporter Tegan Bostrom and lifestyle reporter Sofia Zaninovich.
Thanks, Alexa. This past weekend was all about community as locals here in Syracuse hit the runway. Syracuse Fashion Week is a semi-annual 3-day celebration of style. Designers, artists, restaurants, and musicians all came together to celebrate the city they call home. And as people strutted down the runway, the Central New York Food Bank received donations. This was the 10th anniversary of the Fashion Week, and over the years, it's raised over $20,000 for the food bank, each dollar providing 3 meals for people in need. This partnership is proof of how much the Syracuse community truly cares for one another and the community in general.
I agree, Tegan. The Central New York Food Bank is a great cause, and what a fun way to raise money for the community. Of course, as a lifestyle reporter, I have to talk about the fashion. I got to watch Local Love, which was the first event of the weekend, and there were 9 collections that walked the runway. The show had something for everyone. Firstly, Scout Flower's skate shop had some models on skateboards going across the runway to show off their graphic designs. Fashion Fix is a downtown staple that had unique pieces for the whole family. Cat of the Hill was the most creative collection at the show. The designer used patchwork inspired by the beginnings of his fashion journey during the pandemic. He practices sewing by making clothes out of face masks. Now, Tegan, upcycling clothes and thrifting has gotten so popular in the last couple years, so I hope we see more of this trend coming to Syracuse and more shops like Cat in the Hill.
I completely agree. I think more local shops would be just what the Syracuse community and the downtown area needs to bring back its revival, and I think that's exactly what the Syracuse Fashion Week is trying to do. Now, Alexa, will we be seeing you hitting the next Syracuse Fashion Week runway?
You absolutely will. Now, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's latest nonfiction TV series is in production. Our TV reporter Ben Dietrich explains what these shows are all about, as well as other entertainment ventures the couple has made.
Thanks, Alexa. Meghan and Harry are not strangers to the TV industry. They signed a multi-year deal with Netflix back in 2020 and reportedly have several projects currently in development, including a movie as well as scripted and non-scripted TV shows. Netflix plans to adapt Markle's romantic novel, Meet Me at the Lake. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have new TV series in the works, none of which relate at all to what life is like in the royal family. Rather, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will offer glimpses into their non-work lives. Meghan Markle has not been shy about her love for cooking. She's been on record talking about how special it is to her. She says that the joy of watching someone cook is not about the meal itself, but rather that you get to learn more about the person making it. Her new show will focus on her passion for cooking, as well as gardening, entertainment, and friendship. Meanwhile, Prince Harry has played polo for decades, including participating in charity matches for young kids affected by poverty in Africa. Harry's show will, quote, provide viewers unprecedented access to the world of professional polo, capturing the spirit and social scene of the sport. Harry and Meghan are executively producing this show together, and titles and release dates for the shows will be announced in the coming months. Besides her book, Markle announced her own lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, last month. Promotion for it included a website and an Instagram account, which marked Meghan's return to social media after 4 inactive years. Markle also created a blog called The Tig in 2017, which was dedicated to food, travel, and personal reflections. Meghan and Harry have shown that people in the royal family can live quite adventurous lives. The lesson learned here is to never feel pressured to be locked into one job. Meghan and Harry refuse to be defined by just their royal family titles and are using their brands to add a lot of variety to their lives. Unpeeled will certainly be covering the show's releases, so I'm extra excited to watch them. Are you, Alexa?
Yes, Ben.
I am too. Well, thank you, Ben. An independent film company is building its way up in the industry with the release of some new movies.
Stay right with us. You won't want to miss it.
Moving from on-screen action to behind the scenes, A24 Studios has recently transformed from a small independent company into one of the movie industry's top production companies. Our film reporter Victoria Daly is here to tell us all about the new studio and what new up-and-coming films we should keep our eyes peeled for. Love that. Cute. How are you, Victoria? Good to have you here.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk about this. Okay, so Victoria, what movies have helped A24 create this name for themselves?
Well, on April 12th, just 5 days ago, Civil War was released, directed by Alex Garland, and this movie brought in $25.7 million its opening weekend, which is bizarre for me.
Wow.
And right now, the owner of the highest-grossing film title for the A24 Productions is the film Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, but Civil War is on track to try and beat that. It's also A24's first big-time blockbuster, and it has just these impressive filmmakers. They have the impressive cast, and it really just shows A24's unique approach to these dystopian action genres.
Oh, wow, that's so interesting. I'm going to have to watch. Okay, well, how did the small indie studio release such a huge, giant blockbuster?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, A24 is a movie production and distribution studio. It was founded in 2012 as a boutique distributor, and since then it's been creating all these unique indie films that really just appeal to a diverse audience, yet they still have all these audience members coming back because they create these films like Moonlight, Lady Bird, and like I mentioned, Everywhere, Everything, All at Once.
I love all those movies. As you were naming them off, I'm like, wait, I've seen every single one of those, and they're all so good. That's so interesting. Well, what do their releases look like in the next couple months? What can we expect?
Yeah, so within 2024, there are a lot of movies coming out, but if we just look at the next couple months, on May 3rd, the film I Saw the TV Glow comes out, which is this horror drama that follows this kid Owen in a mysterious late-night TV show, which seems kind of like funky.
Ooh, yeah.
Then on June 21st, we have Janet Planet coming out, which one critic from the Deadline Hollywood Daily said that this film was disarmingly odd and mildly annoying, but an absolute original, which I think really just appeals to A24's approach, how they create these unique films. So it just really, I feel like, sums up their production.
I love that. I love that.
And then on July 5th, we have T. West's X trilogy, the third film in this trilogy. Maxine is coming out, and it's this horror crime film, and it's rated R, so it just really shows that there's going to be a lot of violence, so beware.
Oh, interesting. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Well, thank you, Victoria, for being here.
Esports is one of the fastest growing industries, and Syracuse University is making sure to take advantage of it. To tell us more about this is our esports reporter, Drew Alba.
At the Shine Student Center, you can grab a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, get a Carmelo Anthony jersey at the kiosk, or you can play video games at the new esports hub. Let's see what that's all about. The 5,600 square foot esports hub is currently under construction with hopes to open the facility in the coming fall. But do students really want an esports center? Here's what they had to say.
It's great. Esports is a very active and growing business and industry, and I'm really glad that Shine is making that expansion.
I'm actually super excited. It's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of people to get access to games and play and have fun, and maybe it'll expand the esports scene.
Especially since the only facility is in Barnes, I feel like it might be actually better for engagement purposes.
Honestly, yes, I'm very excited about this. It's going to be big for all the esports gamers, and yeah, it's good to see the next steps.
The next step is certainly promising for eSport fans. The space will include 35 gaming consoles and a 10-person stage for competitions. However, some students don't think the eSports hub is such a good idea.
I think it's a pretty terrible way to allocate resources. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for something that most people will just do in the privacy of their own room.
I mean, I think we could do a little more with the money, upgrade the resident halls a little bit and, kind of upgrade some of the buildings that the students learn in.
There's a lot of other things that could be done with my tuition money, so this is probably not the best idea.
Despite mixed reviews, the university has already invested multiple $1 million in the future of esports. Drew Alba, CitrusTV.
Thanks, Drew. After the break, we'll be talking about Taylor Swift's new album. Unpeelers, are you ready for it? the Tortured Poets Department is releasing this Friday. Fans are down bad to hear the brand new 16 songs along with 2 bonus tracks.
The writing process took over 2 years, coinciding with Swift's relationship and breakup with actor Joe Alwyn. Fans are curious to see if the songs will give insider information on the two's love story. Alexa, I know you've been waiting all show long to talk about this, and now is the time. But I have to say, I too am very excited. I feel like Taylor Swift has in the past kept her love life really private, so I'm interested to see what this album will give us.
Oh, you know, I've been counting down the days for this release since she announced it at the Grammys, and when she did that, I cried a lot.
I believe
but
it.
What's Swift without some sort of puzzle? She's teamed up with Apple Music to drop hints in her older songs that lead to some sort of code that we all have to decode.
Right, okay, so everyone, Alexa had to explain this to me at the beginning of the show because I had no idea what she's talking about. But basically, when fans listen to Swift songs, there are capital letters in the lyrics, and every day there's a new word revealed, and fans are just patiently waiting till Friday to see what that completed phrase is going to be.
She's also collaborating with Spotify to launch a library installation that allows fans to explore poetry, that there's also going to be visual surprise elements, and you know what? She's been releasing lyrics so far, so I'm just like checking Twitter, X,
right,
Instagram, everything to see what's coming up. Will you be listening?
Of course I'll be listening, Alexa. I'm not as big a diehard fan as you are, but I have my tissues ready because I hear it's going to be sad.
Oh, it's absolutely going to be very sad. I mean, there's no glitter pen. For those who know, they know. It's going to be all sad. This has the potential to be my next favorite album.
Okay, wait, what was Taylor Swift's last album that was like really sad?
They're all sad.
Okay, but like I feel like some of them are like fun. Like Reputation was fun. Red was like mostly fun.
1989's fun.
1989. Okay, what was the last like sad like hard?
Like Midnight's is sad.
Midnight's is kind of sad. You're right. What's the other one?
Folklore.
Folklore.
Evermore.
That's the one I'm thinking of. What vibe do you think this album will have?
Oh, absolutely. Combination of folklore.
Okay.
Oh, I'm hoping for Reputation Taylor's version to be released.
Of course you
I
are.
think that's what's going to happen. But we have to, you know, wait and see. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have with you tonight.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on our socials at CitrusTV on X and at Unpeeled_Syracuse on Instagram and TikTok. We have a great TikTok team, so everyone better go follow. I'm Lily Evans.
And I'm Alexa LaMalfa. We'll see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. From all of us at Unpeeled, stay fearless, Syracuse.